Today we are going to start a new chapter from English.
Welcome students. Today we are going to start a new chapter from English course book, that is a poem Cypress Street, written by Todd Michael St. Parry. Todd Michael St. Parry is an American author and a storyteller. Okay? So starting with the poem, we'll start with the reading. The cypress is an evergreen coniferous tree. So, cypress is an evergreen coniferous tree that grows in the northern temperate region. Okay, so this cypress tree grows in the northern temperate region. So, if a street were named Cypress Tree, then how would you imagine it looked like? Here the poet is asking question to you that if if one street is named as Cypress Tree, then how would you imagine it looked like? This question is for you all, for the readers. Okay, I would imagine if it would have been named as cypress tree, it would have been looked like a street full of cypress tree. But out here in the poem, that is not the case. Okay, here the place is named as cypress tree, but in the poem the poet is saying that in the cypress street there is no any cypress tree. Okay, so let's start with the main uh, poem. I took a stroll down Cypress Street, a hard sidewalk beneath my feet. So here the poet is saying that he took a stroll down, he took a walk down the Cypress Street, but what he felt when he took a sidewalk, that means when he took a walk in the pavements, okay, that is specially meant for the people to walk, that when he was walking through the pavement, what he felt, that pavement was little hot. Okay, he felt a hot beneath by feet when he was walking down the Cypress Street. Okay, and the second stanza says, the one thing that stood out the most, where trees once stood, there were lampposts. So when he was walking through the Cypress Street, he was quite surprised, and he was quite sad to see the place that was once covered with all green cypress tree. Now it had been turned into concrete houses, pillars, and all full of lamp posts. So in the second stanza he feels quite surprised that when he takes a walk down the cypress street, what he feels is that once this place was all full of cypress tree, but now he is not seeing any cypress tree. Okay, so seeing that, he is quite surprised and is quite sad that and thinks and that this place was once covered with the green cypress tree, now it turned into a concrete houses full of pillars and the lamppost. Okay, and the third stanza, coming to the third stanza, I would never seen so much concrete, no cypress left on Cypress Street. Now, he's in the third stanza, he says, I had never seen so much concrete. So he had never seen so much concrete. This street was full of concrete that is left, that is for the substance that has been left out there for the construction of the buildings and the pavements. Okay, And he also says that he didn't see any cypress tree out there in the street. Okay, now it was turned into this those cypress trees were cut down and all were turned into concrete houses full of pillars and the lamppost. Okay, so according to my great aunt Jim, according to my great aunt Jim, there used to be a lot of them. So according to his great aunt Jim, there used to be a lot of cypress tree in that place. Okay, but now when the poet, that is Todd Michael St. Perry, was taking a taking a stroll down on the cypress street, he didn't see any cypress tree out there, so he was quite surprised and sad. Okay, then he again says that they cut them down, they took their hoods, a treeless street is plumb no good. Okay, so now he's saying that the people, this people had chopped the trees to make use of the wood. Okay, they used that wood, they cut down the cypress tree and they made their own houses. Okay, he was saying like that, he's saying like that. Okay, just like a treeless neighborhood, just like a treeless neighborhood. His neighbor also had no trees. Okay, that's why he is comparing the neighbor with this street. Okay, as both of them were treeless. Okay, so in the last stanza he says, so tell the mayor next time they met to change the name to Lamppost Street. So at the last stanza he says that if anyone meets the mayor is the head of a municipality area. Okay, so he says when now when if anyone sees the mayor, please tell him to change the name of the street to lamppost or concrete jungle. Okay, so now in the last stanza he is requesting someone to tell the mayor that if anyone come across the mayor, then he kindly please tell him to change the name to the lamppost street. Okay, he tells him, the poet tells someone to please tell the mayor to change the name from Cypress Street to Lamppost Street. Why he said that? Because the place is named as Cypress Street, but here the poet didn't see any kind of cypress tree. Okay, that's why he wanted to change the name of Cypress tree to the Lamppost Street, because the street was full of lampposts only. Okay, so with that the poem ends, and what the message the poet wants to give through this poem is that we should protect the trees, we should not cut the trees, and we should protect our environment. Okay, so this is the message he wants to put to everyone, and he wants to convey through this poem. So coming to the end of the poem, next learn the word meanings. Okay, so with that, stay home, stay safe, and have a nice day.